I grew up as an Indian kid sitting in Wolverhampton, making a bedroom recording that suddenly becomes a huge worldwide seller. I look at it as being something that's like an out-of-body experience.
This sci-fi nut from Dudley was responsible for the fastest-selling debut single ever. But as our chart also takes longevity into account, Jazzman only makes 4th place.
Jazzman, bless him, what a tosser. All of the interviews he gave, I'm going to be Prince, I'm going to be Michael Jackson, I'm going to be the greatest artist the world has ever known. I'm something spiritual.
He never had a chance, really, Jazz. The fact that he was a bit odd, they played that up, and then it sort of got out of control. He sort of lost the plot, I think, a bit.
Clearly a case of an ego rocketing into a new dimension. But Jazz's track only attracted the attention of the advertisers when Arthur Baker applied warp speed.
I listened to it, I thought this is fantastic because it had this strange chipmunked opening to it. That it wasn't done by the original artist. We then approached the artist, who said, under no circumstances am I going to have my voice chipmunked. I'm not this. I'm a serious musician. How dare you chipmunk my voice?
I was kind of like, is this the right thing? You know, because I spent, 4 years putting together my album, my music. You can overanalyze, and I think that I just had to let it go and let it get out there.
And it was his manager who had to, I think, sit him down and explain how the world worked and say, look, this is a big chance for you, just do it.
The track itself was so surreal, in conjunction with the visuals. And people obviously, said to their mates, oh, did you see that commercial that was on last night? Did you see that ad? That was so bizarre. And, what's that track?
There's a fire between us, so where is your God? There's a fire between us.
I think it's quite a difficult thing to handle overnight success. Suddenly there's 50 cameras pointed at you and people are asking you all these amazing world questions about, well, what do you think is going to happen, in the next millennium? And you just sit there and you just think, okay, you know what? I miss my samosa. Now I want to go home.
The real version was kind of a slowed down, horrible track with just that one bit that was good that the advertisers had cleverly seized upon, and it was a real disappointment actually when you saw the person behind it and heard the real version on top of the pops.
It was interesting in context for the music industry because I think that was the start of record companies thinking, hang on a minute, there's another way of doing this which ultimately works out a lot cheaper, a lot less hassle, and it at least has a guaranteed payday at the end. Get the right track by your new band on the right advert, and you don't have to worry about what radio programmers or critics think because they will quickly become irrelevant.